Hello everybody! 皆さんこんにちは。みっちーです。今日もディスコエリシアムを続けていきます。ここね、ようやくユニオンのボス、エヴァード・クレアに会えそうですね。You need to ask him about the murder in his district. 話しましょうか。これは外行くんだっけ？こっちなんかあるよ。A taxidermy fish that tells time. なんだっけ。あれ？言葉が頭の中から消えた。虎とか鹿とかの飾るやつね。それに時計つけてんのかな。
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
これね、アップデートされて2月ぐらいにで、多分ね、全部読み上げされるようになったのかな。ちょっと自分で読むところが少なくなりますけど。
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
じーっと静かに睨まれてるね。
With a mixture of expectation and impatience.
間違えた。そうだった。このゲームは、今ね、ミュートボタンにしてるキーが多分ロードボタンになってるんですよ。あれ？ロードします。それをちょっとまた後で変えないといけないね。頑張ります。Okay, let's try this again. Taxidermy fish that tells
Before
time.
you is, with great effort, he straightens it with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Are you in charge of the dock workers? Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
お、名前知られてるね。デュボアってラストネームか。自分の。座ってくださいと。
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Debarders Union. The man relaxes into his chair and continues. いや、全部読まれてないね。
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
ちょっと太りすぎて、席から上がれないってこと？握手できないって。握手。
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
この椅子は心地よさそうだけど、この畳式の椅子は拷問のデバイスみたいって。
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
で、名前呼ばれたの初めて？ Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois? I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
All right, take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
何こいつちょっと。怪しい。Let's remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
絶対協力しないタイプだな。どうして？ え、
The chair you're sitting on
痛い
has
から
got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
痛いからダメージ食らったよ。
Violating your backside.
そんなことあ
by
る？
the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners. It pains me to say.
あ、ガートは店の、ホテルの、マネージャーさんだよね。Yeah, we're okay now.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge. チェックって日本語でなんだっけな？小切手？これで払えってこと？
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again. いや、もう払ったんだけど。
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
いや、でも今37あるし、いらないよ。You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. Keep it, I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
Icon.
Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
どうして知ってんの？
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
確かになくしたのは大変なことだ。回復。
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
世界が恐怖のブラックホールに飲み込まれると。2つの文字だけがその重力ないから。脱出っていうかする。Lost と gun.
When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, "Be very worried."
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
So my name is Harry Dubois.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
お前が持ってるのか。
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
いや、絶対弾入ってたよって。いつも2つ入れてるって。これやばいな。28%はちょっと難しいな。Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
これやんないといけないの？やるしかないな。いけー！
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
回復。
What is this, Mr. Dubois?
これボス戦なの？
What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. ちょっと待ってね。よし、猫ちゃんが散歩に行きたいって部屋から出してあげました。 Mr. Dubois, Harry, お前大丈夫かみたいな。なんか、銃のことでもう本当に、俺はもうダメだって、すっごい落ち込んでるね。Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
A moral emergency.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. Sit upright. 水もらう?
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Alright, let's get to the point.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Yeah, I'm told the union is involved in the local drug trade. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You called me Mr. Dubois. Why? Let's talk about my lost gun. I want to talk about the hanging. I met Joyce, the company representative. What's in that container that's outside your office? I'm going to leave now. 何を質問しようかな。何回質問できるかわかんないよね。I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
何ユニオンとコーポが対立してないって仲間だって
Yes,
仲良
we're
し
all
だって
trying to do what's best for Martinez.
あ、間
If
違え
she
た
actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy. 俺たち仲良しなのなんで、why haven't you let her in to see you? 本当にいい、腕の立つ交渉人だったら、なんとか俺に話せるだろう。話す方法見つけるだろうって。できなかったら、bad negotiator だってな。Our Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing
Yes,
her.
yes. Lowballing, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
あんまり
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
ここで話すことを別にジョイスとにお知らせだって全然構わないよ。隠すものないからみたいな。
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
なんでそれ主張すんの？ジョイスって企業側の人間だよ
Tell
ね。
her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
My brother's picture. 何のこと？
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
I'm told the union is involved in the drug
What?
trade.
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No, I'm not.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
The man rubs his temple and closes his eyes in pain. But you know what? He perks up. ドラッグ、密売してるって本当かって。そんなこと、調べてんのかって。いや、調べてないよって嘘ついた。
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
うまく隠したね。
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Mm-hmm.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Let's talk about my
Yes,
last gun.
your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
嘘つけ。
Your gun will be
も
found,
う見つかっ
Harry.
てんでしょ。
Let me assure you of
取られ
that.
たんでしょ。
It's just a matter of time and
ウィンクされたし。
effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
どうしよう。I will not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry. I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
あれ ?Track down the gun. あれ今どうしたそれ。終わったの？completed だって。どういうこと？手に入ってないけど。ポイント1あるね。
I assure you we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Alright, let's talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
まあ、ストライクと関係あるっていうのは、思ってんだね、この人も。
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door opening machines? なんか交渉するつもりだな。
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely
い
nothing
や、
shady
絶対
about
シェ
it.
イリーだよ。絶対怪しいよ。ドアを開けて、鍵開けて置いてくれればいい。それだけだよ。
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a
A
weasel?
loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose ウィーゾーってイタチだよね。もうウィーゾーってこの場合、おしゃべり人間じゃないかな。Loud blabbering weasel.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Why don't you just open it
Harry,
yourself?
I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
どうしよう。ちょっと、let's refuse for now.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder.
こいつの手下にならないといけないの？
Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
やっぱやんないといけないのかな。What's in that container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Kvalsund crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Shush. My...
A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key.
鍵もくれるの？どういうこと？マニアーナって人？スパニッシュで明日っていう意味だけど。
And just like that, it's happening. The roller coaster is moving. Too late to take it
いや、
back
絶
now.
対はめられる感じじゃないこれ。
Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss?
Alright, let's go for
Wait.
now.
You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now.
カード
A
もらっ
real
た。
red and white union man. Take care.
ユニオンカードもらった。これで出入りできる。なんか怪しいなぁ。Open apartment door for Everard. Basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. ドアが開いてるぞ。なぜ俺の家のドア、アパートのドアが開いてるんだってビビらせるためのような感じだけど、ちょっとわかんないね。さて、一回ちょっとセーブして、クイックセーブ。で、どうやってるんだっけな。マップがある。マップが初めて出たよ。今までなかったよね。ね、これ、Capture Empathy Legendary. These are found white checks. Those on white are available to try now. Perception Hero Cafeteria Window でチェックをやってみる？ Empathy あれ？またマップ消えたけど？なんで？さっきやったの？一回しか使えなかった。どういうこと？なんか間違えてんのかな。アタプシー。いいか。 あとはこれは20リアル1日20リアルやばい。ちょっとただで寝れるとこ探さないけど。やること多いね。Alright, let's find the way out of here. これどうやって開けるんだ？
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Persuade the door to open 3%.
Why are you even trying to
説
open
得
the
しろっ
door
て。
with rhetoric?
開けごま。Because physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Never
Are you
mind.
satisfied, detective?
Let's go. どうやって出るのこれ。こっちから出れる？Alright. Need to do something. なんか落ちてるけど。Book La Fumée Volume 1 Number 4。Inventory Interact The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism. 共産主義の本 offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzell with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. 過去の王様前の王様に鹿の角。Interact.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frizzell. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Frizzell. Why Frizzell?
Because Frizzell was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
まあ王様としてダメだったんだね。But through the pages.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
文字が多すぎるって。写真はどこだ？
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The
何も読んでないんじゃ
magazine
ない？
is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
読むの多いな。Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
真実を伝える。それが聞きたくない真実でもみたいな。それがこの雑誌の使命ですみたいな、ミッションですみたいな感じ
So
でね。
please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
でも、プロパガンダだったらそれが必ずしも、真実じゃなくてもこれが真実だって、ね、主 押し通すんだよね。Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
ちょっととりあえず行きましょうね。Alright, where are we now? Quick save. なんで地図出てこないんだろう。あ、Measurehead。久しぶり。
The unpromising race pupil returns.
なんか人種にのことでなんかいろいろ語ってたよね。think I know what the race enigma is, really?
And?
NaniこれThis stump is ready to be superseded by the Aeropagite superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop.
Everyone can see that. It has little to do with the race enigma.
Baby, don't be mean. Give him another chance.
Anything for you, babe.
He looks to a space right above your head and gestures you to speak. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. ちなみに自分もこれ全く何言ってるかわかりません。
Look, babe. The minion of law is also a racist, but his racism is basic and rote. He thinks he has solved the great race enigma by describing a rote mechanism of scientific competition.
So unadvanced.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago.
なんかギリシャの星?
You could have used this opportunity to overcome your narrow, Al-Ghul-ravaged identity. Instead of unlocking the race enigma, you attempted to add to it unsuccessfully.
What is the race enigma?
Take solace from the fact that these thoughts will never entirely leave your brain. They will be with you on the day you die. The only germ of heroism in your body. Now go. I have beauty and truth to discuss with my woman.
Damn, Jean. How are you so romantic?
Was there an out of this for you with success? Or was the rhetoric game rigged? I can't tell.
で結局通れないね。The future belongs to Measurehead. この人喋ったっけ?
So,
あ、間に合うな。
how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Labor Utopia. Not
It's but a
approvingly.
rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The mark was hanging with a very specific type of a cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
死者は敵の戦闘員だって。Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of
でも
skills.
カフェにいた連中だよね。
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
彼はやってなさそう。
This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Everett said you have a key to the door?
A key, huh?
To a door.
What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink. あれねって。
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not, ちょっとこの回答何I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Wink. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. 本音はこれだけど、I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his
He
flask.
means he's not going to tell you cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
このウィーゾーのこともっと知らない、教えてくれないかって。いや、なんか、俺は哲学的なロックワーカーなんだ。と、大きな質問。考えるのが好きなんだって。俺が誰なのか、お前が誰なのか。何と戦っているのか。何のために戦っているのかと。話そらしてんね。でも、エヴァーとの仕事してるって分かったから、なんかいろいろ喋りそうだって。Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Hardy Boys ってそのカフェ、Whirling in Rags にいたやつら？ Everard の手下みたいだね。Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share. Aye.
Your share? Wait, so not wages or pensions?
This stuff, they already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people here have.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
企業の株を全部欲しいってユニオンが。それは無理でしょ。それでユニオン、このワーカーたちにが全てその企業のボードなんだっけ、ボードオブディレクターズになっていろいろ判断する 権限を持ったら何も進まないよ、絶対。
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
The boss man ever, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. He's probably in his container at the harbor. So head right on in there. Sure thing.
This was great. You feel mentally reinvigorated. Hey.
何Fumi?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
どういう意味? How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25
that's
real
me.
in their pockets.
やばい。
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their
そんなこと自分が言っ
political
てたの?
beliefs. That kind of stuff.
やばいよ。お前コミュニストなんじゃないかって自分の中で。I haven't said anything like that.
Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
何コミュニズム賛成するか反対するか今決めろみたいな。いやー、でもそのなんだろう、平等にするために上を殺せとかね、そんな感じでしょこの世界観は。ソーシャリズムとコミュニズムって若干違うよね。opt out.
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Tell the working man it's over, unless anyone has objections. No objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Everyone knows this. Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one?
頭の中でディベートしてるよ。
There's no one. Okay then. Lie down and let the water carry you downstream.
Goodbye, communism. はい。ではどうやって出るんですか？お、階段あったよ、普通に。裏から入ってきたよね。こいつ racist のやつだよね。一つね、カフェテリアウィンドウ、懐かしいこの歌。カフェテリアウィンドウからなんかできるらしいから、ちょっと行ってみましょう。そしたら、2階かな？こいつらが絶対やったんだよ。何これ？これか？
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
3%.
Nothing
無理だ。
as before.
What's this weirdo? I think he's trying to find dirt on us, in our box. It's what they do, Shanks. Did you know policemen are sometimes called pigs?
Wow, no. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, because they like to sniff around in dirt.
He's just trying to sound clever. He has no idea what you're looking for, nor do you yourself.
No, I don't.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets
machine,
to
これか。
full flavor cigarettes.
もういいよ。 じゃあ今日はこんなとこで終わろうかな。次は鍵を開けに行くよ。エヴァート、から情報をもうちょっともらえるようにしないといけないもんね。この裏だよね。あれさっきのすごい恥かいた女性の人じゃん。屋根裏にいるよ。この体ももうちょっと調べないといけないよね。グリーンハウスの後ろ。ここってことかな。これだね、ベースメント。ここにはどうやって行くの？行き方わかんないね。まあ、今日はここで終わりたいと思います。お付き合いありがとうございました。Thank you for watching and see you next time.